Monday's video. I hate Mondays, but that's okay. Because you know what I hate more than Mondays? Uh, Game companies not able to get their shit together. Let's get into it. So this is on Dexerto, whatever the hell they're called. And the article is by Shane Black. And I know this is published back in December, but this is a problem that's been going on for as long as I can remember. Maybe back to like Modern Warfare 2019. Maybe even a bit earlier than that. But this is just to the point where it's already boiling over and it's on the floor. There's a big mess on the floor, man. Mount for 3 players are getting banned despite not cheating. Some Mount for 3 players are reporting getting banned from different game modes despite never having cheated or exploited the game. Cheating, hacking, and exploiting has been rampant in Call of Duty games for years, and the same continues in Modern Warfare 3. Now, players are reporting that they've received bans out of nowhere, despite never doing anything to deserve it. These players are left unable to play certain modes when they didn't do anything wrong in the first place. Modern Warfare 3 players have been shadow banned without warning. In a post on the game's subreddit, a user shared a clip of themselves playing Warzone. Near the end of the clip, in the middle of the action, they were kicked out of the game. The caption reads, "Shadow banned mid Warzone game, kicked out, and now I can't find a game except in multiplayer where I am against actual hackers." And here's footage of that. Just a little bit. Oh my gosh. Many players have responded to the clip to lament how unsurprised they are by this occurrence, with one user saying, "Welcome to Warzone, where you get banned for being better than everyone else and actual hackers get away with hacking scot-free." Yep, sounds about right. A lot of them blame the poster getting reported by another player who thinks they're cheating when they're not. Other players accused the poster of actually cheating, with one user telling them, detach that extra equipment from your controller next time. However, these comments are being shut down as the clip clearly shows the person is playing on PC with mouse and keyboard, therefore not breaking any rules. Much of the community is blaming Activision for allowing this to happen in Modern Warfare 3, while there is still rampant actual hacking going on throughout the game. I guess that's it right there. Yeah, that's it right there. So I want to delve further into this. I really do, because this is just something that's I honestly forgot about, but then I watched a video by Optimus. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him or not. If you have any problems with him, look, don't care. I just want to get to the actual problem, which is Activision putting out these games and just doing a lackluster job, and they want you to pay $69.99 plus tax for a product that should be AAA when it's not AAA. And how they're saying that, oh, this is a next gen experience. First of all, I'm tired of next gen crap. It's not next gen. We're in current gen. Next gen would be PS6, Xbox, whatever, right? Okay, let's get that out of the system right there. We're in current gen. It's been 4 years now, I think, since PS5 and Xbox Series whatever came released. So it's current gen, and current gen so far is lackluster compared to Xbox One, PS4, 360, and PS3, yada yada yada. I mean, Jesus, man. Just want to give you guys another article. Oh, come on, I don't want to see all this. By PC Gamer, and this is from 2022. I know it's old, but still, I want to nail this point because this is ridiculous. This is stuff that's been going on for years. If you haven't been around playing that game for long, or so, if you have, uh, you know, this should be a good refresher. just, dude, what the hell is going on? How can. Mm. It looks like Call of Duty's anti cheat is permabanning innocent players. And this is the article by Ted Litchfield. So I want to give credit where credit's due. What on earth is a Caserma Rhino? I don't know what that is. Caserma Rhino. And why are people who only play campaign getting banned for multiplayer hacks? Call of Duty players are saying they're getting banned from the game over false positives from Activision's proprietary Ricochet anti-cheat. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, this story in the book, that's just what John Q. Aimbot would say with his hand caught in the proverbial cookie jar. However, the sheer number of these claims, as well as the common details shared between them, leads me to believe there's something amiss, and these paying customers have been left frustrated by Activision Blizzard's stony response so far. The company did not respond to a request for comment in time for publication, but we will update this story if we hear back. Mike Swanson, a former Microsoft employee and self-described casual player, published a blog post covering his experience with Modern Warfare 2 on December 5th. Swanson describes encountering a sequence of crashes while playing Modern Warfare 2 and giving up on further play that evening. Upon trying to play the game the next day, Swanson found his account banned. It's also worth noting that Swanson, as well as a number of other claimants, oh, that's new. That's a new word for me. Say they only play Call of Duty in single player. His attempts to appeal to Activision resulted in of a sustaining of the ban on review, with Activision claiming to have discovered use of unauthorized software and manipulation of game data. Go away. Swanson also directs readers to a highly rated Steam review of Modern Warfare 2 from user blah blah blah, and this account shares many details in common with Swanson's. Necron also says they were banned for manipulation of game data following a short gameplay session ending in a crash. Crucially, Necron's review shows that they had Modern Warfare 2 successfully refunded despite having 4 hours of playtime logged. Steam's refund window is within 2 hours of play and 2 weeks of purchase, meaning Necron made an appeal that was sustained by Valve. I explained the situation to Steam and included the correspondence with Activision-Blizzard. Necron elaborates in a later comment on their own review. I also sent them news articles of this happening to other people. I found similar thorough lines in stories from other players. These Reddit threads from user Bender and JBob report similar low playtimes too. Swanson and Necron and the comments also contain even more users complaining of mistaken bans and denied appeals. This has shit, man. I'm not gonna read the whole entire thing, but again, I want to give y'all just an idea for y'all who don't know what's going on, or provide a refresher for those who do know what's going on. But just to I want to highlight these experiences that people have. Maybe this happened to you. Now, this hasn't happened to me because I've been done playing Call of Duty since uh, Cold War, so 4 years ago. I'm I'm I know that Call of Duty has always been the simplistic first-person shooter, whether regardless of it being in the past or modern or the future setting. But the difference between modern Call of Duty and past Call of Duty is that past Call of Duty, even though it had flaws, there was still there's this hard work ethic to it. If well, okay, I'm gonna say this as in past, as in from 2000 all the way 2000 something to I would even say mid 2010s. There was at least still some uh, some hard work even by then, by the mid 2010s. Now this I don't know what's going on, other than, well, I have an idea actually. I have an inkling what's going on, and I'm pretty sure you all do too if you play those games. or have been around the community long enough that you understand, the metamorphosis of of that culture in Activision. Man, it's just what really gets me right here is that they have the gall to ask for uh nearly for freaking $70 on up, depending on the pre-order you get, or if you even pre-order, or what type of edition you get. And then on top of that, they add in the my God, I'm sorry, microtransactions and these little packs and everything. And everyone thought at the time, it's just crazy to think that, man, I wouldn't mind for them to actually go back to the map packs, because those were like not even predatory, even though back in the day people were getting tired of it and they wanted something new. And they sort of kind of experimented back then with that, but it really wasn't much. But now that, the stuff they have now, it's like, dude, I'm tired of this argument of like, oh, it's only cosmetics. It's only cosmetics. It's like, dude, that's how they get you. That's how they sucker you in. It's like I don't mind what you do with your money. I don't. It may sound like that, but I don't. You have complete control of your hard-earned money. I just want to let y'all know that, instead of paying out the ass for a game that's not going to be relevant within a year, you might as well put that towards something like an actual indie game, or it doesn't have to be indie, but another, AAA game that actually will give you a lot of content and will keep on being supported until a sequel comes out. And even if the sequel comes out, it's still going to be supported with stuff better than what Call of Duty will, because it's like a regurgitation each year. And they had this talk about how they want to go switch from annual releases to like two years after, but I haven't seen anything like that, and that's been a good while, maybe since 2022. I think that's when they were talking about that. But this acquisition by Microsoft hasn't really been positive so far from what I've seen. I can be entirely wrong, but that's just my opinion, man. It's just, how do you how, how do you have these problems? I understand technology it advances like what, every 4 years, unless that's changed and we're getting to the point where it advances every 2 years now. But I I understand things weren't how they weren't back in the day. But now it's like you would think they would have like these systems um already implemented, but that's not the case. Of course, this could go down to the company not wanting to pay so much money to add in these what anti cheat measures uh, that are actually accurate, or at least 99 point 99.9% better than the stuff they have now. I'm just trying to get my head straight about this. This really shouldn't be a problem. Well, it shouldn't really be a big problem. And unfortunately it is. And um the publisher, as in Activision, worries more, or would that be Xbox now? No, I'm not sure, but either way, the company favors more, well, worries more about what to what slot to give you guys, and treat y'all like your pigs, because, let's be honest, there are some people who just blindly pay for that stuff, man. Pay to win. instead of not giving into those temptations and speaking with their wallet. It really I'm I'm not angry. I'm just bewildered. Like how, dude? Maybe this goes on to the I mean, obviously this goes into the gambling psychology of it to a degree, and that needs to be cracked down on as well. I know they try to say like, "Oh, well, you already know what you're getting." Yeah, I mean, you're still adding to it. You're still trying to give them that addiction of spending money. I'm I mean, what's really the huge difference? Oh, just because they know? Oh, wow. Okay, whatever. This is this is just a sad state of affairs, dude. They need to make their game better. Well, their games better, but they don't. They worry more about the pandering, the narrative of stuff that really that's not even really sellable, in my opinion. If they're not really giving you guys what y'all want, and if they do, it's more of a thing that they did like 20 something years ago, and they're trying to brand it as, oh, this is the first time that we ever did this, you know. I hope this kind of did what it needed to do with this video. I know I got off a tangent, I got into a little bit of a rant, but it just really boils again, it's not I guess it does boil my blood a little bit, because this is just there's no real improvement. It's just the same regurgitated stuff every year. I I mean, damn, I understand that there was not really much of a big difference between back, Call of Duty back in the day, but again, there was that work ethic. There's no, it doesn't even seem like there's a work ethic. If there is, it's soulless. I don't know, y'all. Give me y'all's opinion about this. I could be entirely wrong. You can disagree with me. You can downvote, upvote, whatever. Like, dislike. Just I'm just interested in knowing what y'all's comments will be, because this is ridiculous, dude. Ciao.